Welcome to Kidmissing TV. We're going to talk about a Jane Doe who was a victim of the Cleveland torso murderer, aka the Mad Butcher of Kingsbury Run. He was somebody that what's his name? The one that chased after Al Capone. Kingsbury Run was known for its bars, gambling dens, brothels, and vagrants. Elliot Ness. Even went after this guy and never found him. One theory was that he was a gentleman who had checked himself into a mental institution, supposedly so he would not be arrested for the crimes. No, I'm not reading that. I actually know that. June 6, 1937, Cleveland, Ohio. She'd been dead for about a year. She was skeletal. Homicide by divorcing her head from her body. She was a black female, about 4'11" or shorter. Black, kinky, curly hair, eye color unknown. Oh my God. She had gold crowns. And they were explaining her nose, and that's why they thought she was black. She had a wide aperture. Her nose was wide. I wish they would have written this in English, but they wrote it in forensic anthropological wording. So I don't know how to explain it. And they also said because she had gold crowns prominently displayed meant she was a black female. Okay, you say so. You only went by her nose and gold crowns. Is this woman actually black? The whole skull should have told you. Anyway. She was located beneath the Lorraine Carnegie Bridge on June 6, 1937, lying in a rotting burlap bag along with a newspaper from June of the previous year, and was partially skeletonized. She had been dead approximately a year. She was tentatively identified as Rose Wallace. However, it was estimated that victim number 8 had been dead 1 year when found, which, excuse me, sorry, it was a pharmacy. She was tentatively identified as Rose Wallace. However, it was estimated that victim number 8 had been dead 1 year, which cast doubt that the victim was Wallace, who was known to have disappeared only 10 months earlier. Dental work was considered a close match, both by police experts and by her son, who felt certain that the victim was his mother. And the dentist who performed the work had died years ago, so he couldn't say for sure. So, the unidentified female became known as Victim 8 in the murders. The official toll of the murderer was 12. He killed between 1935 and 1938, but some believe that there may have been as many as 40 plus in the Cleveland, Pittsburgh, and Youngstown, Ohio area between the 20s and the 50s. Two strong candidates for additions to the list of those killed are an unidentified victim known as Lady of the Lake, found September 5, 1934, and Robert Robertson, found on July 22, 1950. The last official victim, Victim 10, was killed in April of 1938, even though victims 11 and 12 were found in mid-August of that year. Wow. None of the victims have been identified, it looks like. Agency case number is simply Victim 8. You can call the coroner's office if you have any information about this case, but I don't think anybody does because of the time periods. I'm not even going to give you the phone number. So there were... So was she Rose Wallace? I don't know. Like I said, I'm not going to give you the phone number because this case happened in the 20s. Nobody's alive that would remember anything, unfortunately. And the killer's long gone. So, this was more historical than anything else. Don't get me wrong. All of the victims deserve their names back. It's just been so many years that if you did get DNA, you'd be going back to their great-grandchildren, probably. Thank you so much for joining me. God bless you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Please subscribe. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers by Memorial Day. And please hit that bell. Thank you so much, guys. Bye-bye.